What actor did Steven Spielberg want to play Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean? Steven Spielberg had some unexpected names in mind for Jack Sparrow when he wanted to film a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Although Johnny Depp's portrayal of Jack Sparrow was essential to the success of the Pirates of the Caribbean films, director Steven Spielberg did not initially choose the actor for the role. Despite the enormous critical and financial success of Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl upon its release, the film's production was not without its challenges. The original Pirates of the Caribbean movie didn't start production for over 10 years, despite an early draft of the story being proposed in the 1990s. Producers lost hope in the potential of the Pirates of the Caribbean series during the intervening years as a result of problems such as the financially disastrous failure of Cutthroat Island. Although these worries no longer seem justified in light of the enormous success of the Pirates of the Caribbean films, it is important to remember that a number of significant swashbuckling action films, like Pirates, the movie, had underperformed in more recent years. As a result, given this essential backdrop, it makes more sense why the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise failed to attract investors. This may also be the reason why, in the 1990s, even Steven Spielberg was unable to launch a planned Pirates of the Caribbean version. The early draft for The Curse of the Black Pearl was purchased by the director in the 1990s. Disney, however, didn't like his interpretation of the subject. While Johnny Depp ultimately got the part of Jack Sparrow after Matthew McConaughey was chosen for the part just before The Curse of the Black Pearl went into production, Spielberg had a totally different idea for the character. The three funny actors the director had in mind for the role were Bill Murray, Steve Martin, and Robin Williams, the same iconic trio that Steven Spielberg had cast in his abandoned Three Amigos film from the middle of the 1980s. For the part of Jack Sparrow, Spielberg couldn't decide between Bill Murray, Steve Martin, or Robin Williams, which may seem odd to those who have seen The Curse of the Black Pearl. However, it's crucial to remember that the screenplay Spielberg was using was an entirely different draft from the final product. Strangely, Ted Elliott and Terry Rossio, who wrote the original script for Pirates of the Caribbean, were the authors of the draft Spielberg heard. The Curse of the Black Pearl, the second Pirates of the Caribbean script written by the team, was ultimately turned into the film that theatergoers witnessed. This was the version of Jack Sparrow that was based on Burt Lancaster, the rockish antihero who provided the blueprint for Johnny Depp's cartoonish portrayal of the role. There isn't a lot of information available about the Jack Sparrow that appeared in the original The Curse of the Black Pearl script, but it is reasonable to assume that, given that Spielberg considered Martin, Williams, or Murray for the part, this Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean was probably less seductively charismatic and more downright.